crap out though.
Radio going live again,
Unfortunately.
just to talk about 2 shows, one of which we've almost finished. So, as you were saying, Dwayne, before my internet so rudely interrupted us, yes, he was running at Conan. Masumi leapt in front of Conan, but also as if she was afraid to protect Conan, and so Ran did her karate rather than Masumi doing her Jeet Kune Do.
I think my favorite part of her kicking was like not her kicking him in the head. It was just like that was very like, yeah, good job, Rand. That looked really fucking cool. But when it did the shot afterwards and it showed the chair like lodged into the fucking ceiling, I was just like, fucking rad. I love that.
And also, I think that's a disadvantage the story's had ever since it's introduced a character who is also a martial artist. Is Rand does not get to use her martial arts so much.
Yeah, but in this case, she has to fake like protecting or being scared for Conan.
Yeah, and obviously the viewer, you're like, that's odd. Normally she just kicked the ass of somebody running straight at her. And then you go, she wants those pills. Give me those pills. I want that pill. And indeed, she has stolen Conan's pill case. Tells her mum, it's all sorted. Got the case. You'll be able to be an adult again. Be able to sort all this stuff out. Your next part of your plan, whatever that will be, is going to take place. And then she finishes calling her mum and then opens the pill thing, and he took it out. He's only got his cold sore tablets in there.
Because he noticed, like, as soon as she was interested in that, he was like, well, obviously I took that pill out and put it in my other pocket separately from the cave.
And hey, what do you know, kid? Your mouth ulcer's gone. All it took was a load of solving crime. Secure.
What was he like for a detective? The best cure is crime, or something stupid like that. It was a very bad line, but I loved it. Yeah.
Anyway, another crime sorted, and we're into, I think, TV original stuff again. I don't know if.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Forget about it. I'm ignoring it until the next time something normal happens.
It was tempting because it did appear to be people being murdered by somebody in a mascot outfit.
Yeah, but that's how they get you.
It is. Okay. But it could also be a repeat of an earlier one as well, because there's nothing here on the wiki yet of what is up next.
Cheetah has gone on a rampage.
But as
I mean, like, when is Cheetah not on a rampage? So, yeah.
The next one apparently that's canon is Trapped on Hatayama Farm. But I'm going to bet we get another Police Academy episode before then.
It comes into my head as soon as you say those 2 words.
Apparently the next one will be a Detective Boys story. Which is good. It's been a while. It's always fun when they have to deal with the little kids having to... again, they've been on so many crime scenes.
How many dead bodies have these children seen?
And of course, they are about the age of the kids in Spy Family episode 10, The Great Dodgeball Plan.
Nice.
It would be funny, and I guess they also do have a giant 5-year-old or 6-year-old on their team of detectives.
He's big for a 6-year-old. He's not clearly played by an adult man.
That's
as he is
true.
In this case.
But then when you see that, what's his name, Bazooka Bill or whatever he's called.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you see him next to his dad, he does look like a small kid.
He does look like a kid, and a grown man saying "Daddy." I was just like, it worked. He convinced me in that moment he was a child, and in no other moment.
I'm not sure whether it's funny that he's got an adult's voice, or whether it would be funnier having an anime child's voice in that massive body.
I think as like every other character, with the exception of the school teacher, being a child, making a child voice, I think it's very funny. Just this clearly grown man, just
it's
talking
it's a grown man's face as well. You know, you could call him like it's just like it's like that. But considering his father's in the military, who's to say he wasn't so proud of some kind of super soldier trial serum?
We know those exist in this world. That's Anya's fucking backstory. So yeah,
that's true.
That's psychic children.
That's true. Really, once you've introduced a psychic child right at the start of your story, you can probably accept
a giant child is fucking like nothing in comparison to that. Yeah.
Also,
by giant I mean he's still not taller than the teacher, so you know, yeah.
Gains his milk.
Also, Henry Henderson in his tracksuit in this episode.
Fucking man, he's got such a great morning routine. I wish I could do a run before I fucking had my tea. I'm fucking useless without my tea. But yeah, great fucking guy. Elegant as shit.
Tunes, you know, if I have some read some of the classics, you know, he's got like a good setup there. Then it makes it look elegant, look easy.
So
except when he gets to the classroom and the kids are being kids,
Yeah.
and he's like, "This is the one part of my day that's not elegant."
You're a
It's
big
the
dumb
first part of my
you
day.
You're a big shorty. You're a fucking shithead. Whoa! Where do you learn that? From you. I learned it from you. I learned it from all the minds I've read.
And TV.
So the crux
Yeah.
of it is there's going to be a dodgeball match, and the rumor is if you win, you get a Stella. And somehow this rumor has both reached all the children and Lloyd.
Well, all the children, because children are fucking blabbermouths, and Lloyd because he's fucking listening in on shit,
Yes.
basically. Also, Anya
win
says
this.
that that's the case, and he's like, fucking excellent. This is our fucking opportunity right
and
now.
so
Yeah.
the first part is your training, Anya, which is
How to kill.
yeah.
You can kill with anything, knives, guns. If you gotta use a dodgeball though, do a little something like this. But it's surrounded by, it's not just the arm or the shoulder. You got it's all in twists, all in the hips. That way you launch it.
And then the dodgeball match where we're introduced to Bazooka Bill, this child who's about 4 times bigger, twice as tall, but 4 times bigger than all the other children. Who's in the other class. There's no chance of beating him.
They're practicing pretty hard though, and it's might be a cold war going on, but at least the kids are still getting shown and jump over there on the other side of the Iron Curtain, because they're the lads are doing the train regiment. It's like, oh, it's just like a Namek when we're fighting Frieza, but it's like the big tire swing and kind of pushing it into them.
That was the playground version of their training, or their visual training of like how to fucking fight this guy, and it being like so very shonen jump, and then so very kids on a playground.
Yes.
They're not climbing a cliff, they're climbing a jungle gym. And their special moves, I was like, that's a total fucking kid move.
Like
it's like,
we're going to do a shadow clown.
And now we're going to do the mandala effect where they're just standing behind each
other. Like 60s music video of it. Whoa. So a special technique.
Wonderful. And it was such like, these are absolutely children going to, and they're kind of going like, it's like, I'm going to take up the bullet for Mr. President. And then it's like, I'm dying. It's like, no, you're my best friend. And it's like, dude, you're in the middle of a dodgeball game. You got hit by the ball. Never mind.
Yeah, it definitely humanizes Damien some more, and also his 2 little friends.
They even get their names, and I've forgotten both of them.
Yeah. Emil and
Emil, I remember.
The other one.
Yeah, I'm in the same position. I think Emil gets because he's the one who takes the ball to the head to protect Damien.
Yeah, so everyone's like, Emil, no. Yeah,
they're little bastards, but you gotta give them their loyal.
Yes.
And they are fucking children as well. They do appear to be just as dumb and fun as children.
And of course, Anya, while she can read Damien's mind, she's not emotionally mature enough to deal with the swings of his inner personality and his outer personality going from one extreme to the other. Because she's like, she has sympathy for him when she's reading his mind, because we learn that he's like this because he's trying to get his dad's attention.
Because as his cronies were pointing out, it's like, his big brother was a big man on campus, and he's like, I want to be seen in my dad's eyes the way he sees my big brother, so I have to win this tournament. They keep calling it a tournament. It's just PE. It's just a PE class.
At one point, it's got other class though. We hate them. I think that's what we're taught to do.
Yeah, because Anya's dodging all of Bazooka Bill's attacks because she can read his mind.
He's like, I'm gonna go for her left arm. And she's like, well, I'm just gonna
ultra instinct. It's a barest like movement to dodge out of the wall. How elegant!
She's impressing everybody. But then she trips over her own feet and lands on the floor. And Damien's like, well, I should just let him hit her, and I can be the one who wins this match. And then, right at the last second, he can't stop himself and blocks the ball. He is trying to catch it, but he takes the hit because he's up against a kid called Bazooka Bill. But then Anya's got her chance. She can use the special move that Yor taught her.
Start riding a new kid.
If only she could throw it straight.
If only she could throw it straight, or remember the full name of the special attack that she came up with. One or the other, I'm sure either would have been fine.
Yeah, because she does hit it with a lot of force. You can tell by how it bounces when it hits the floor immediately, as opposed to hitting Bill.
It's lost a lot of momentum. Yeah.
And then Bill just catches it and bonks her, and then they learn that no, there was never a Stella. Why did you think there was a Stella?
That's for outstanding achievement. This is PE class, lads. Come on.
You, Bill,
What made
because
you
you
think
shouted out "die" at one point when you threw the ball.
But these children here, you know, they came together, overcame differences and all. Even in defeat, you know, they hold on to their dignity. Fucking dumbass, little shorty for what you mishit to hit with fist bump. Shut the fuck up, shithead.
he tries to find the elegance in every situation. In some situations, there is simply no elegance. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I just way when I was 6. Seems so long ago now.
It's a lot of fun, and it does a good job of generally being a sports thing on its own terms. I think there's like one shot which I don't know if it was a straight out of Haikyuu, but it reminded me of Haikyuu. But generally,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
feel like they were parodying. I guess that's because I can only think of one dodgeball anime that they could possibly reference.
Well, you could kind of you could probably use a more kind of like in a volleyball
Yes.
one, which there are a number of those.
Sure,
so you
sure,
could.
yeah.
But yeah,
definitely in framing.
it definitely feels like its own thing. It's not like it's going out of its way to go, hey, Star of the Giants.
We'll see how they do when they get to the underground illegal tennis tournament.
Oh, that's a long way.
That's true, because there's more things you could be tempted to reference when you get to tennis, isn't there?
God, there's so many more things. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's it. That's everything for this week. And I'm not going to ask what day we're going to do it. I'll ask that after we finish the episode, because quite often it turns to a different day than when we recorded it.
I'll be gone again, so you can do whatever you want. Do it on a Saturday. Like, go wild.
It'll probably be Wednesday in that case.
All right.
I call him double holiday Nile.
Well, it's more like fucking double people delaying their weddings until this opportune moment, kind of a Nile.
I mean, they're waiting for the weather. I get it. Like,
yeah, they just have a mass wedding like the moon is or something. Get it all done in one go.
I mean, like, everyone would be there, so yeah, that does make a lot of sense. It's easier to schedule.
It was the Moonies who used to do the mass weddings, wasn't it? You don't hear much about them these days.
Whatever happened to it?
For some reason, I thought you said the Moomins, and I was just like, did the Moomins do that?
No.
Yeah, sorry.
Not the Moomins.
No, the Moomins were rural anarchists.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not even sure Moomin Papa and Moomin Mama are married.
Not common law married, no, but.
That was a commune you're living in. I mean, it wasn't just movements. It was like weird small children and like lanky dudes, animals, kangaroos. Yeah.
Anyway, we're back next week.
Living with the land.
I will probably reboot my router earlier than a day to make sure it doesn't crap out again. Though it might not do it for another month, regardless. We'll be back with more. I guess this might be like 2 or 3 weeks left of these things. What are we looking at?
Yeah. I think we'll get a big climax of your boy Kome, but there's gotta be a little bit afterwards because it's gonna be like a big emotional swing. We're hearing the song. It's gotta be a little bit more about that. About okay, you've won this like challenge, Eiko, but now onto your real challenge, onto a bigger battle.
Season 2
to be continued next time.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still free. You could pick up the first volume for free.
Oh wow.
At the weekend, I did grab it off.
Because they were doing, was that the Kodansha sale or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, they put like the first volume was free, and then like a whole load of the other volumes were half price, I think. So
yeah.
You can go and see how much more horny the comic is than the cartoon. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with less of the same because I don't think we'll have any Detective Conan. Ta-ta for now.
But less of me.
And you, yeah. Right. We'll get Detective Conan to investigate where you've gone to.
Dead. Dismembered.